Overfishing is the act of taking out many fish from the ocean and causing an imbalance that can erode the food web and lead to a loss of other important marine life, such as coral and sea turtles. The number of overfished stocks has globally tripled in half a century, and right now, it is fully 1/3 of the world's assessed fisheries that are pushed beyond their biological limits. Overfishing is closely tied to bycatch, which is the incidental capture of non-target species, such as dolphins, marine turtles, and seabirds. Some of the worst ocean impacts are caused by pervasive illegal fishing, which is estimated at up to 30% of catch or more for high-value species. Overfishing is one of the forms of damage in the coral reef.
Many of the fishing nurseries end up being the habitats for many of the fish, and when fishing, they often remove too many of the young fish that do not have time to replenish the population. The use of non-selective gear, such as traps and nets, remove more of the herbivorous fish, which are the ones that end up helping the ecosystem by eating algae. There are many of the traps that end up being set close to coral reefs and marine debris, such as ghost traps, monofilament, and lines, which end up damaging the reefs, and in effect to that, it takes very long for the coral reefs to recover. Overfishing and habitat loss has reduced partial occupancy, leading to local extinctions in 55 of the 90 nations, which equates to 58.7% of their historical distribution. A study published in Nature in 2003 estimated that 90% of the large predatory fish such as marlin, large cod, large sharks, tuna, and swordfish have disappeared from the world's oceans.
Right now, some of the most overfished species include Atlantic bluefin tuna, Atlantic halibut, monkfish, and Atlantic cod, to name a few. If fishing practices have been more sustainable, then catch, revenue, and fish as a food source might have been greater. But catch loss and revenue loss, as well as the potential to feed more people, are considered lost benefits from overfishing. Illegal and unregulated fishing constitutes an estimated 11 to 26 million tons of fishing worldwide. Over just 40 years, there has been a decrease recorded in marine species of 39%. In the Northeast Atlantic and nearby seas, 39% of fish stocks are classified as overfished. In the Mediterranean Sea and Black Sea, there is sufficient data of 85 stocks, which shows that 88% of these are overfished.
People that frequently eat from these non-sustainable resources are contributing to the overfishing effects that we see now. Because there is always a high demand of fish in restaurants or even in your own home, there is always going to be a high demand in fishing. Some of the changes that are being made to help with overfishing. As part of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals, the United Nations and FAO are working towards maintaining the proportion of fish stocks within biologically sustainable levels. In a program co-organized by the Global Environment Facility and the FAO, the promotion of the non-entangling and ocean-friendly fish aggregating devices, which are floating devices that are used to lure fishes, has helped to greatly reduce the levels of bycatch. If we protect certain areas in the ocean, it will allow fish populations to be replenished and recovered. The best way to prevent this practice is to share your knowledge with others. Additionally, you can also donate to or join an organization that works against overfishing.